I'm Lone, and welcome back to Pathologic. We're at Lara's house. Let's go see her. I gotta remember, we're not playing as Artemy, so she's gonna have no clue who Dankovsky is at all. That's not Laura. Who are you? She is running a shelter, so yeah, there's probably people here with back problems. With lots of back problems, holy shit. Oh man, that's awful. This is Lara. Hello.
I think I'm fading. My clothes are worn into holes.
That's great. I'm sorry. Jeez, this place is depressing. This wah pathologic. You're the person that came to Maria in a dream. I recognized you straight away. My name is Lara Ravel, and this is the shelter. You're always welcome here. I don't want to live here, lady. Why is your house called the shelter? Well, it's empty at the moment because everyone is grief-stricken. Probably because of Simon, and also because of Isidore. But I usually have a lot of guests. The doors of this house are always open for my friends and for friends of my friends, day and night. Oh yeah, you're very kind. Was I recommended to you by Maria? Is she one of your friends? Let's just be friends now. I prefer being friends with everyone. Alright. You always have guests, but your face looks so sad. I just want to give her a hug. Well, yeah, so let's keep her alive. I don't think you can hug Lara in this game, unfortunately. Well, yes, I am the mistress of this house after all. That doesn't mean that I'm a mistress, mind you. Not with a capital M. I won't ever become one, but I can serve the people to the best of my ability. The capital M mistresses are going to be Kane, Sabarov, and Olgemsky. So, who are you talking about? Everyone who sits at the table. See, they are all trying to be mysterious, but in reality, every action we take is a mere consequence of deep wounds. Our wounds are like drops of blood seeping from it. Sorrow is what opens people up fully. Yeah. Sorrow, vulnerability, I suppose, shared pain and experience. It can be very relatable thing. Are you a poet? I don't really like pathos. Okay, we'll be nice. Poet? I'm just in a melancholy mood. We are always so used to playing the game of tragedy predictions. I'm trying to arrange everything back in order. Alright. I'd be happy to help if I can.
No. A town like this can't give birth to a killer.
I know you're a doctor. A wonderful one at that. A celebrity medic. Okay, so she does know. Danny. Everyone in our small town knew that a famous doctor was coming here. I'm very glad you have, because I want you to do a certain good thing. Can I ask a favor of you? Alright, please do. A few years ago, child death rate went through the roof here. 6 people died in a week. 10 or so came down with serious illness. It made us worry. How long ago? A few years ago, okay. But unfortunately, we couldn't find the cause straight away back then. In the end, it turned out that the children were dying because of a game. What in the world? What kind of game kills children? It sounds like the kids. They were playing, what do they call it? Well, it was some kind of medical game. Yep. They were stealing medicine from the adults and making some diabolical mixture out of it. Then they healed each other with it. Back then, the game just faded into obscurity. But now I've heard they were contemplating doing it again. Someone has already been poisoned. Schmouters! That's the origin of Schmouter. I didn't really connect that before in Pathologic too, but I mean, we kind of did, but I guess I didn't acknowledge it as a thing that it was. Okay, so what for? I tried asking all the kids, but they don't trust us. They think we want to put an end to the dangerous game because we're mean and stupid adults that simply don't get it. So, your arrival has come in very handy. Why would they listen to me? I don't know. So you want me to play with them and gain their trust? It's no simple feat. No, it's much simpler. There's a house somewhere in town, either abandoned or just unoccupied. That's where they play hospital. That's where they store these horrible mixtures. Please, use your standing and your celebrity name to put an end to this game. Capella Olgemsky's daughter believes that the house will be unlocked today. Huh. We were gonna go see Vlad anyway. So, Capella should be there. Alright, Well, that aligns with our goals. Our immediate goals, at least. I'll do my best, of course. How can I find the house? Capella mentioned it's next to one of the ruins? Oh, the stairways? Okay. My friend couldn't hear them properly. Have you seen those stone stairways to heaven? I think you might be able to see the house if you're looking from Eva Jan's window. But more importantly, it should be unlocked. Alright, so you can see it from Eva Jan's window, and it's next to a stairway. Alright, got it. Do people around here ever leave their doors unlocked? In exceptional cases or emergencies, yes, we do. But generally, houses are supposed to be locked up because they are occupied by several families. People aren't scared of losing their own belongings, but they care about their neighbors. And now that everyone's so afraid of the man-eater, of course everything's locked. Alright, in that case it won't be too hard to find. Alright, so let's take a look then and see. So Evian's house, you can see it from there. Oh, well, here, let's those are the ruins right there. Yeah. That's gotta be it right there. You can see it from her window. Yeah, there's no other closer ones. Yeah. Yeah, that looks correct. I think that's another one right there, too, so it potentially could be that. Regardless, it'll be somewhere in this sector right here. Hopefully. Okay. And what did she want from it? She just wanted us to gain the kids' trust, or get them to stop playing it, I suppose. You're okay.
Clothes are worn into holes.
You look okay. I like your overcoat.
Virtue, but rather of fear.
I have a very bad feeling. The same feeling that plagued me just before my father died. I have a bad feeling too, although I'm generally not superstitious. Should we talk to these other people? Nah, we cannot. Okay. What about you? You look fancy. About to you too? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. We'll just leave. I'll leave him alone. I'm a little slow today too. I don't know if I have a head cold or what, so if I sound loopy, I am. It's just the way it is. Meow. Meow. Drunkard slalom. Meow. Oh, that's a new character model. What's up, kid? Hey, you, don't mess with us. We know a thing or two about life. Okay. He looks like Sora's other brother or something. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the time period that it came out. Just looks similar, kind of. Damn, that's a lot of questions we can ask. Why are you so bristled up? It has begun. A crushing blow to the souls and a half has been prepared. There is almost 70 dog heads. No one will escape their doom. So yeah, the dog heads are after the souls and a halves again. And Knockin's crew. What does it mean? It means the end of the souls and a halves, dominion in earth. Yeah, there we go. Knockin will have to sweat to break free of the dog's jaws. Are you describing a game? We can talk about Knockin. Who's Knockin? You will know when the time comes. If he's still alive by then, that is. Well, I hope you're talking about a game. A game to some, destinies to others. Plural, sure. Well, I hope you guys avoid manslaughter. Good luck with that. You got stuff for trade? Alright. More painkillers. It's like a sedative painkiller that... It's like morphine, kind of, basically. Alpha tablets are outdated immunity boosters. Only useful in very large doses, but they cause serious health damage. Alright. No, thank you. Hi, Morphina. Bye, Morphina. Alright, so we go down. There should be a way through over here, right? Hopefully that's it. God, I hope that's not blocked off. Yeah, no. It's blocked off. Son of a bitch! I hate that. This is the walk of shame. She's like, yeah, you're new here. All the newcomers walk that way. This is gonna kind of like put a hamper on us. No, it's just right around this theater, so should be alright. Hey, here we go. Oh no, save. Suspicious. It looks like pickles. You should have grabbed it, Danny. Pickles are pretty good. It doesn't say steal. I'm taking. I'm taking everything. Gimme. All right. So stairway. I don't think they're in. I don't know if this is the right place or not. Jesus. The tile is weird. Yeah, this doesn't feel right. No. We got it, I think. I don't know if it's the dog heads that we're planning it. The like-a-likes. Yeah, I think we found the place. Hey, what's up? May I inquire as to how you found this place, sir? So very polite. Good puppy. I'm investigating the murder of Simon Kane. You will answer my questions. Question 1, who are you? No, just by accident. Why do you all look so funny? We children are funny creatures. Half human, half something else. Our inner world is off limits to adults. You can't see our real faces, just as you can't touch our dreams. Which is why we need these scary hits. See? Yeah, I see. I see that you're here. I have no idea why you're here. We're playing here? Rehearsing, actually. Also looking for something. We need it for a game. Nothing special. Just some junk. Yeah, that doesn't sound too convincing. Not a man to be trifled with, little scamp. I know everything. Try again. Be honest this time. Yeah, well, it can't be fixed now anyway. Alright, I'll tell you. Who knows? Perhaps you'll even be of help. The kids are in danger. We've come here to get schmouters. Nice. But someone has already looted the cash. Maybe it was Capella's doing? She probably distributed them amongst her minions. The pagan. So Capella has it. I don't understand a thing. How is it dangerous? The little ones are playing Epidemic again. Oh yeah, that's what they called the game. Epidemic. They wanted to get their hands on these damn schmouters so very much. So now we need to catch the kiddies. I mean, all the kids in town. One by one, and pry the schmouters from their hands. See, the common opinion is that schmouters can cure all kinds of ailments and stuff. But in truth, they're deadly. What kind of game is that? Well, I mean, it's a stupid kind, to be honest. This kid's surprisingly immature for, I don't know how old he is, but he's like a concise view on situations that aren't readily apparent or available to most children. So, sort of doctors and hospital stuff. Don't you know how preschoolers play? So what about the schmouters? An adult will be severely poisoned. They'll be bedridden for a week or so, and that's it. But it spells doom for little kids. How are the children supposed to cure themselves then? Children? All the children should come to our polyhedron. They'll be safe there. Ah, here we go. We get to actually talk about the polyhedron. It's a spectacular tower on the other side of the river. There's no death, no grief, no boredom, and no disease there. That has been proven for certain. Only dumbheads leave it voluntarily, if you ask me. You have to be an absolute thick and heartless creature, lacking any semblance of imagination to refuse something of the sort. Yeah, I get it. I get the gist, at least. Oh man. I told them to escape straight away without tossing a coin. Explain yourself. How are we supposed to find the schmouter now? Do we seriously need to detain every single kid on the streets? What do we barter with them for? And we can't take the schmouter by force. Bullying is against the rules. Khan would totally bite our heads off for that. Who's Khan? Khan is our leader. He's the commander-in-chief and the steward of the Spectral Tower. Spectral Tower? The Polyhedron. The tower on the other side of the river. You won't be allowed in because you're not one of us. That's too bad. Alright, so it's kind of pointless to look around. I mean, it's not pointless to look around the rest of the way. Just to see if we can find anything extra? No extra. We looted everything. Did we get... Yeah. The many-legged fugitive. What kind of games are the local children playing? Laura is worried about them. Or she's worried about the mysterious schmouters they seem to have discovered. It would put her mind at ease if I could get my hands on it and wrest it away from them. I know where they keep it. I can see the stash from my window in Stillwater. In a house by the staircase ruins. Alright, yeah, we already checked there. So it hasn't updated. Following in Isidore's wake, certain that the trail and his footsteps will lead me to the Crucible. There is little doubt in my mind that Isidore was well acquainted with each and every family in power. But it was Olgemski that held Isidore's leash. A relationship rooted in unbreakable family loyalty. It is with the Olgemskis that I make my next destination. So then there's no mention of Capella in here, but that's the only lead we got. Or maybe they were talking about trading, so maybe I just need to get a schmouter and that's it. And then I can, I don't know, take it back to Lara. And she'll feel better about stuff. Alright, Olgemski. But we're not going to be able to trade for it. Because I don't have enough stuff. Yeah, not nearly enough stuff to trade for it. I mean, I'm pretty sure we checked every stash in that place. So... The time is now noon. These people really don't believe in umbrellas. I would love a parasol right about now. Oh, went too far. Stop it! I feel your eyes burning into the back of my head. How's our hunger doing too? Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't go too much. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, let's see if we can get like a visual on Capella first. So she's probably not going to be in the main entrance. She's probably like a side. Yeah, maybe here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely Capella. What's up, Capella?
There's a peculiar smell on the outside. What is this?
Look at all of this. If only my dear mother were alive, she would take the reins of power in her hands. Even father would listen to her. But who's to take care of us now? Not Katerina, that's for sure. The mistress is too exhausted. Katerina is supposed to take care of you? Katerina is scared like a child herself, and I also think she's being tricked. Yes, her prophecies come true, just as it's always been, but they are becoming more and more noisy. Every word she utters comes across as a metaphor. Yeah, we talked to her already. Can she really predict the future? Yeah, we've already established that, to a point. It's more in the interpretation of what she says, like how the Sabarovs do it. So... you can tell the future, but how you apply it in such vague terms, like you can apply it to almost anything, really. It's too bad I didn't know your mother. Yeah, she had waves of warmth and power emanating from her. She held the whole town in her grasp, like a giant bird protecting her fledglings. Not a single demon could invade our little community. I remember those happy times. Well, people like her leave this world earlier than the ones who only live for themselves. Like your father. There'll be more happy times.
Father has been avoiding me lately. Strange.
It's probably okay. It's for the best. You don't need to be around Vlad. I have a terrible headache, but it'll pass soon. Quinine can help you if you don't have anything better. Is that it then? How am I supposed to find Schmouder, dude? Sorry to have bothered you. Okay, so yeah. I think the thing to do is just to like find stuff and try to get a Schmouder. I don't know how long this quest line will be available for. Maybe it's like a more long-term goal. Of course he has a painting of the worms up. It's his workforce. So it makes sense. Hey, Vlad. Just checking out your place. Dude, those are massive bedposts. I'm not stealing nothing.
Yes.
Bachelor Denkoski, of course. Who else could be so dapper? I've heard quite a lot about you. Have you taken a look around? Be sure to check the state of the industry around here. We have our ways. We have our own ways. I mean, how curious. And what is the current state of your industry? Come now. It's a complicated establishment with 1,000 years history. A special approach is required to control such a colossus. See what I'm getting at, emissary? But no, such business always has room for improvement. Yeah, we're not gonna like tell him how to run his stuff, even though I have opinions. I have notes he could take. It would be pointless to object. I can see we're really not seeing eye to eye. The project is special, very special. That means common standards do not apply here. That would be very naive. I'll come back to that. Probably mistaken me for somebody else. I have nothing to do with your enterprise. I mean, that's true, but here, we'll just be agreeable. You're probably right. Yes, getting everything back on track won't be an easy task. I'd like to inquire about the fate of my colleague, Isidore Burak. About the manner of his death, to be precise. Yeah, we can start with it, with Dad. What are you implying? What is this manner you are talking about? Be so kind as to mind your own manners. Jesus, I feel like I'm saying everything wrong. He's very touchy. I had nothing to do with it. Don't they say that Isidore was murdered by a step demon, the Shabanak? There was a thingy, a talon. They fished it out of the wound. I don't even think they fished it. They wrenched it out. I can take this from kids and weirdos, but you, a respectable negotiant? Right, a demon. Why would I think of that straight away? Or why didn't I think of that straight away? It was so obvious. I don't want to say either of these. I mean, I don't know how deep he believes in kin lore, so... But it does look like he's seen some shit. Why didn't I think of that? We'll be sarcastic. Instead of, like, questioning his respectability. No need to put on airs. Like you know life. Scarcely off the train and already full of scorn. Oh, I know these big city manners full well. Yet the capital is 1,000 versts of what? Versts? Not sure of that word. Away. Very far away? As is any other decently civilized place, if you catch my drift. And you didn't let me finish. Alright, I apologize for the sarcasm. Is your money where your mouth is? So Danny. So sassy. So Simon was killed by this thing. It's hard for you to believe, isn't it? It used to be hard for many. Take my boy, for example. A scoffer, if I've ever seen one. And now he believes it's real. He went off his head a bit. You're in the steppe now, esteemed sir. Eastern and backwards. The dead rise from their graves here. Clay dummies dance, and bulls talk. Oh yes, bulls do talk. Does he know the steppe well, that son of yours? He rubs elbows with the rabble, the butchers, the worms, the shepherds and gatherers, learns their tongue, collects their legends. He doesn't keep them in check at all. They even dare come to visit him within the premises of the town. If you see a worm creeping through the streets, he's definitely looking for my son. Oh, okay. So, if you see a worm in the streets, he's definitely looking for my son. So, he could just tell us where. I mean, I guess we got to talk to young Vlad. So if we see a worm, then young Vlad will be nearby? I don't know. What's wrong with them visiting him within the premises of the town? They're dangerous. They're aggressive. They hate everyone. Who isn't they hate everyone who isn't a step person. They'll jump you and kill you on the spot. Okay, maybe we don't follow it. They'll tear you up with their teeth and devour your flesh while you are still throwing fists at them. So, if they're spotted within the town, countermeasures are taken. So your son might know who the murderer is, perhaps even given shelter to them? I'm not going to throw accusations at young Vlad. So what of your son? Perhaps he could tell me more about this creature? Hold your horses. You want to talk to my blockhead? No, you have nothing to talk to him about. He's not there. He's not here, thankfully. I don't want you two to meet. Well, okay, he's already told us how to find him. I guess we just look around for a worm. You heard me? These are tradesmen's words, and I'll stick to them. Yes, undoubtedly. Okay. A cunning lot, aren't they? The older Ogemski does his best to avoid any mention of his household. When I asked him what his son was doing, the honorable stock breeder momentarily lost his temper. I think that his son knows just as much as the father, and it'll be easier getting him to talk. Okay, yeah, that's the direction we need to go in then. But where can I find him? I guess we just look around. Anything new? No, it doesn't look like it. What about... Yeah, still no messengers, so probably no new letters.
Fortune turns all things to the advantage of those on whom she smiles.
Yes, getting everything back on track won't be an easy task. I wanted to talk more about Simon and then Dad visiting Ogemski before he and Simon died. So, how do you think Simon died? I don't think he was murdered. How could he who craved monocracy not perish? He couldn't. Not in this place. Balance requires equilibrium. So Simon's course of action contradicted yours? Come now. What I'm saying is, when someone takes too much upon themselves, they always end up ground down. That's how life works. But there were signs of an otherworldly visitor that night, weren't there? Simon had lived a very long life. Very long. He was a worthy man. But long doesn't mean eternal, does it? No one's to blame for his death. Examine the body, and you'll see for yourself. It just happened. Kane won't let me examine the body. No, he will. He said we can examine the body at 11 p.m. with Reuben. So... But I'll just agree, I guess. I'll follow your advice.
So my Haruspex is the Ripper?
Isidore came by to see me last night. Don't try to deny it. That's a little spicy. But I'm gonna do it. We can reload if he gets too pissed off. So, what if he did? I'm also aware that you two have been talking a lot. All I wanted to know is why he left to see Simon afterwards. Oh my, oh my. Pray forgive me. So, he wanted to bring me to heel, that traitor, that bastard. Well, what he asked from me was for me to stop the factory. How could I not kick him out? What were his reasons? Yeah, what did he tell you? Who else could he have spoken to? Perhaps someone who could take measures? Of what kind? Huh? That, my dear and respectable friend, is none of your business. My property, like I said, is in order. See the skin and meat delivery reports. Do you know how hard? No way. This is my domain. Whether anyone riots or not, I'll have my way with them. Oh, okay, I see. You're the big guy here. Alright, I think that's it.
Fortune turns.
Yeah. Well, that was not really fruitful. I mean, we got a little information, but yeah, he's obviously super cagey. That's for sure. Oh, okay. There he is. I don't want him to beat the crap out of me, though. There, we'll save. We save a couple times. He just... A fucking worm just runs by. Floppy feet. Oh shit, he's running. I don't have a run button. Oh, okay. Is he still going? Yeah, he's still going. I want to follow at a distance. Trying to predict where he's going to be going. Looks like possibly that one, that room. Yeah. Yep. Safe. Okay, no entrance on this side. Yeah. No. He's chasing me around the building. Here, gotta get in. Okay, fuck that guy. Hey, there he is. Oh, it's the well. Okay, so perhaps he's already kind of figuring out and researching. Can we go down there? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, cool. Hey, what's up? Dude, you're really tall.
Katerina thinks Claire is a messenger from heaven. Yeah, right.
You found me here. Oh well, I'm not surprised. I suppose you're not too surprised by the fact that everybody knows about you either. The rumor of your arrival has spread like fire. Why have you come? I came for some sightseeing. There was a very peculiar incident yesterday by the spleen. The children were playing in the mud as usual, but suddenly they all ran away from the sandbox, and their parents noticed that their hands were smothered in blood. However, none of them were wounded. Neither were any of them surprised. Such things happen all the time? Were they playing in like the runoff from the... I don't know where the spleen is, so... But if it's near the abattoir, that could be understandable. So it's the solution to the puzzle. When the worried adults came to the place where the children had been playing, they found nothing useful there, only sticks and stones. What do you make of it? I don't know. Your children play peculiar games, though, that's for sure. Nice to meet a person of a skeptical mind. I am Vlad Olsky, the younger one, of course. And you are, of course, Daniel Denkovsky. Nice to meet you.
It is easier to govern others than to prevent being governed.
Okay. Bachelor, I have news for you that should prove to be of interest. You seem to be looking for the killer, right? Mm-hmm. I'm listening. I'll have to briefly explain a few things to you. Have you already been told what the cemetery is? No, I haven't. Because I want you to describe it to me. I want to hear it. Yeah, I would like to hear you describe it. The cemetery is a huge bunkhouse where the Bull Project workers live. Although living is the wrong word for it, they nest. They nest as a commune with a rather simple way of life. It could be without reservation to be called savage. And, well, let's get to the point then. A case of pointless, aimless unrest has occurred in the hive mind's nest. The workers there are prone to lashing out from time to time, like beasts frightened by a storm. They rage, they howl, they gnaw at one another, an unsightly image of mass uprising. But why are they doing that, though? Yeah, what does this have to do with the murders? And that is exactly what's going on in there right now, isn't it? Precisely. And why are you telling me this? Riots occur in the cemetery several times before. The mob goes crazy for a few days. Then they calm down just as unexpectedly. All of them at once suddenly calm down as void of reason and unrest that has got them agog previously. Having a certain experience with the kin We simply blocked the entrance off to this zoo until the riots defeat itself. What is this kin? The kin is, well, it doesn't matter. It's hard to explain. The whole so-called society, the many-legged biology. Alright, well, let's get back to the subject. We usually lock them up beforehand. The evidence of an upcoming outbreak of mass lunacy becomes obvious in advance, and the Timotari's Father Superior informs us of it. But Tychek has recently passed. A curious coincidence, don't you think? Mass anarchy. So if there's nobody there in order to like soothe and placate the worms in the Timotary, or just the kin in the Timotary, then they're prone to, becoming unruly and lashing out. Can't say I blame them being locked in a place like that. Anyway, a member of the kin managed to run off into the town while we were busy taking measures. Kind of interested in how Tychek died. But you think the person that ran out is the killer? I think you and I can help each other, Doctor. You're looking for the killer, and I'm sure it's a runaway butcher. The title of a half-man suits him very nicely. The Canes claim that Simon had not been killed by a human hand, don't they? And our family doesn't need unnecessary arrest in town. The butcher can babble, devil knows what. His mind is most likely clouded with insane ideas. So you'd rather keep mum about what's happening on the inside? You are correct. They barely know how to speak, but it only makes it worse. Half men, half beasts. If they all started preaching, you would feel as though you encountered a doomsayer. I need this butcher to disappear. Hand him over to the Canes or simply kill him if the beast attacks you. The reward will be hefty. So that's the worm that's running around outside right now. I'm not going to kill him. I am not a hitman. I am a doctor. Yes. So trying to work on a thesis on immortality and longevity. So I'm not going to be killing anybody unless I absolutely have to. Are you taking me for a thug or something? I'm taking you for a person that is looking for a killer that has the authority to punish him. I'm telling you, there is a rebellious outlaw beast out there. If he attacks you and you're forced to defend yourself, you are free to kill him. I think your family has the means to send someone who is a better killer than me. Exactly. But I don't know if I have to do it. I don't know. It kind of seems like they're pushing me that way.
It is easier to govern others than to prevent being governed.
See how it all turns out. I used to keep this place secret, but all of these secrets seem so childish now. Here, we'll talk about the butcher real quick, just to get a location on him. It doesn't mean that we have to go through with it, but we can at least find out where he is. Fine. Where can I find this butcher of yours? He's most likely being harbored in a suspicious house that's in the crude sprawl. Yeah. My father is a man of rather hard-handed disposition and quick-tempered to boot. If he finds out the crude sprawl is concealing a fugitive, he'll make a mess. Pointless brutality serves no one. I'm looking for peace rather than blood, I'm telling you. All right. So he doesn't want his father to handle it because then more people, then he'll do collective punishment or something. That's probably what it is. So he wants more of a precise solution to the problem than leaving it to his dad to find out about. I'll do my best to make sure you're right. Show me the house. Alright, Vlad the Younger is more than eager to get rid of some beast-like troublemaker. I wonder what creature whose murder would not be considered a crime looks like. It's pretty far away. Alright, so now, what do you think about Simon's death? It is known that Simon had limited his social activity just before his departure. He only received 2 visitors. I know nothing of the first, but the second is none other than Isidore Barak. The fact that he was killed in the same night makes you think, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, the Olgimskis weren't exactly delighted with Isidore, were they? But that's kind of like implicating the killer took out a witness. Or an accomplice. Isidore was a complicated man. Have I told you about his position in the kin? He used to be a very well-respected person there, and I can't say everyone liked it. What do you mean? Isidore wasn't a doctor. He was more of an herbalist. He never studied medicine. All of his recipes were about plants and roots, so to speak. He was knowledgeable, true, a sorcerer if you will, but a very different one from Simon, an earthen sorcerer, like an alchemist. Never heard that Simon used to be a sorcerer before. Yeah, you have. We've heard that a couple of times from a few different people. What are you talking about, Danny? Simon was a theurgist. Isidore was a witch doctor. And you think Isidore the witch doctor has managed to achieve the unachievable? A possible theory, but rather questionable. I'll start speaking in your tongue myself soon. Oh, in like kin tongue? I don't know. Or in vagaries? And you think Isidore the witch doctor managed to achieve the unachievable?
There's this thing that needs to be done.
Alright, did Vlad, did Isidore visit you last night? Tell me the truth, please. Yes, Isidore did pay me a visit, but don't ask what we talked about. I have no right to share that with you. Damn it. It's because it would make you betray your father. He probably doesn't want to say nothing more on it. Right, I'm going to ask you one more question now. Your answer will determine whether you and I become friends or enemies. I don't know whether we should push or not. Yeah, we'll go easy on him for now. It's because it would make you betray your father, isn't it? Yes. It seems better to put the cards on the table with you. Alright, so far you're coming across as a very smart person. You've talked to my father already. What do you know? Nothing, but I'm counting on yours. Yes, your conscience. I'll find the whole truth out anyway, sooner rather than later. Isidore said, note that I'm merely retelling it secondhand. Oh, so he is going to tell us. Okay. He said that there is an epidemic in the steppe camps, an outbreak of a trabagon sickness, perhaps. The plague, that is. Father had issued an order to lock up the cemetery to prevent the infection from getting in. Yeah, because he wanted the Bull Enterprise to continue to churn out meat and meat-related products. Okay, so do you think Isidore had already been infected when he spoke to you? He was wrapped in cloth and smelled of alcohol. He said these were preventative measures, but I still think he could have done all that just to convince me, after failing to convince my father. It was idiotic of me to fall for it. I mean, he probably was infected then. So he could have already been infected when he visited Simon. We need to warn Reuben. It's very urgent. He's about to examine Simon as soon as the period of time required by the Canes passes. But where is he? I have no idea. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't want Reuben to die. Oh, so yeah, the body's infected. And then if you examine the body, we're going to get infected. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Oh, God, that's unfortunate, but... Because I did want to examine the body. Where is he staying? I don't know. There was a secret dissecting room in one of the warehouses, but nobody knows where exactly. He used to live mostly in the steppe, sometimes sleeping in the cemetery or at Lara's shelter, but he's not there. I know that for sure. He went away to mourn his master. What would you have done if you were him? I mean, we were supposed to meet up with him, but... I'd wait for him at the Canes. It's simple. Yeah, where the body is. Yeah, that makes sense. I would resign myself and left this place for good. My important investigation is over. I check every warehouse, of course. No, I just wait for him at the Canes. Got anything else for me? Alright, cool. Yep. Pardon? I don't know if that's part of the music or not, but that grumbling. This is such a weird, like, one... I don't know if it's, like, because of the UI mod, but it's a tiny little block instead of, like, a big block for the scroll bar. I don't know, I just noticed it. It's cute and weird. The investigation of double murder has introduced a few additional considerations. It is highly possible that Simon died from some unfamiliar disease. Reuben, the town medic, should be warned at once. If he touches the body, he may contract whatever disease still remains there. Hopefully waiting at the Canes is the right idea then. But we're supposed to meet him at 11 p.m. So I don't know if that's gonna... he has to... The body can't be moved. It's still in the focus. So whatever happens, we find him. Yeah. The young girl Agemski exhibits a genuinely traditional kind of filial piety. Or is he pursuing some project of his own? One way or another, he is determined to get rid of the beast-like troublemaker. I wonder what kind of creature whose death has no legal consequences look like. Oh yeah, we read that on the map already. So, where do I go? I guess we could go back and talk to Gregory and warn him about the not to let Reuben see the body. Ah, that's way out there. Yeah, that's like so far away. And is it part of the main quest line? It's just other tasks. Yeah. Alright, here's save. I don't know what's gonna happen when we get out here. Maybe he's gone. Yeah, we're clear. He pissed off. He got bored. Waiting for us. Good. I mean, we're close-ish to Kane. You ladies don't trade anything, do you? You ladies don't even talk to me. What the fuck? What are you hitting that lady for? I can't run. You dumb bitch. Alright, well. I'm busy. I gave him a punch. I made him bleed. I don't know if that's gonna lower our reputation or not. No one in this town could possibly ever be a murderer. While in the pouring rain, some drunk dude beats the shit out of a random lady in a dress. Holy shit. This fucked up. Alright, hopefully Gregory has something for us. Otherwise, I'm a little bit at a loss as to what to do next. Gregory!
Most men only die because they know not how to prevent dying.
God damn it. That's disappointing. I don't know where to go then. How do I find Reuben? Holy shit. Determined to get rid of the beast-like troublemaker. I wonder what creature. I guess that's the only other lead I have. He said he's like in the factory district. Should be warned at once. If he touches the body, he may contract whatever disease remains here. How do I save Reuben? Oh man. Jesus, that's a long walk. Yeah, that's a really long walk. Oof. Trying to think of any other possible leads. Maybe Victor? Victor doesn't make sense though. But it's probably worth it to revisit some people. Whoa.
What?
No need to worry. I guess we could go talk to... Damn. What a beast.
Simon was doomed. No.
Oh, we found Reuben. Awesome. That was easy enough. Holy shit. I'm glad I went to Victor's place. I had no idea. We lucked out. Greetings, my friend. Aw. He's a big, lovable idiot. Greetings, my friend. I heard news of your arrival. Everyone has. Are you here to examine the body as well? Oh, my dear colleague, I do hope you haven't touched it yet. I haven't. Is there a problem? Simon's body, wherever it is, poses a dire threat. I suspect he has died from a contagious disease. Dun dun dun. Yeah, there is a threat of an epidemic. The crucible needs to be quarantined. Any access to the body should be forbidden. Are you sure? Well, it doesn't matter anyway. If it's that thing again, what do you think it is? Urashina? Pestis? Oh, that sand pest, maybe? Yeah, I suspect Urashina sand pest. No, I'm not saying that correctly. Or something not too dissimilar. What could these steps be home to? I don't believe it. A second outbreak. Wait a second. I need to regain my senses. Okay, so yeah, there was an outbreak 5 years ago, too, I think. Are you sure about this? Do you mean what you say? I am and I do, but why are you so scared? If it's the sand plague, Master's death was so untimely. If it's sand plague, we only have a few more days to live, you see. I have no idea how to stop it. No one does. So you're already familiar with the disease. I'm only making assumptions. I don't want to believe this. I'd rather have any other plague than this. God, we have no time to waste then. The body must be inspected, isolated, destroyed if necessary. We must take protective measures for that, of course. But Dad's already visited so many people. Oh. Yeah, we have no time to waste then. We need your diagnosis before we can provide reasonable protection. At the moment, you can only buy yellow immunity boosters at the drugstore. Sorry, it's like immunity boosters. Oh well, that's fine. We're going with it. They are no good, but I'll try to do something about this. We'll need to take some remedies from Old Master's workplace. Do you know where he was murdered by his son? You know he was murdered by his son? It's an atrocity. His son had nothing to do with it. I presume Isidore was infected by Simon and died of the same... Infected by Simon? Or he infected Simon? And died of the same disease. Or vice versa. There we go. Let us not waste any more time. The bastard. He deserves to be hanged by the neck until dead. No, what kind of remedies do you speak of? We can talk about that at least. Huh. You're unlikely to take them seriously. Let's call it folk medicine. Herbs, Eastern recipes, traditional step cures. But it works. Master used them during the first outbreak, and he survived at least. When was the first outbreak? 5 years ago. Alright, I see. Why are your drugstores in such an appalling state? They deliver medicine from a regional center, but there hasn't been any regular trains for quite some time. Do you know anything about this, by the way? Perhaps people have some medicine stored at home, but then it's not like we can take it from them, and the stockpiles are empty. Alright, well, we have another concern at hand now. I'll check your drugstores. As for you, please follow your plan. You're right. Let's make haste. I'll get everything ready for the examination. Meanwhile, let's arrange for the body to be isolated. Kane is keeping it in a cold place. I'll keep you informed. If we act deliberately and with a calm mind, we can prevent this epidemic. Stay strong. I won't leave you on your own. Just, I wish you the best of luck, dear colleague. God damn, he's huge. I love it. Reuben's a monster. We have identified the killer, although we have yet to apprehend him. Reuben will collect the necessary equipment to protect him as he works with the bodies. In the meantime, I should inform Gregory Kane of what the primary investigation has shown. Yeah. Cool. That just happened to work out.
I'm on my last legs. I can't take it anymore.
Don't worry about me. I know what Master would have done in my place. I'll just do the same as he did 5 years ago. Alright, yeah, just call me if you need me. I'm staying at Evan's place, so it's close by. If we're right next to Victor anyway, might as well see if he had any new dialogue. show up?
It is far easier.
That's a big no. That's a big no. That's the wrong door. This is just pissing rain out constantly. I love that the polyhedron is shadowed in that way, that you can't see it. Like, by this point, you've just seen the shadow of it. And, I mean, unless you've walked towards it. I think that's really cool. It keeps it, like, mysterious. I have been told of your initial verdict. You assert that Simon Kane was not killed by a human or a Shabbanok demon, but he died of natural causes or succumbed to some physical sickness. Is that what you were saying? I wouldn't say he died naturally. He died of a mysterious disease. Microbes are more efficient killers than demons. Is that a hypothesis or a fact supported by evidence? I mean, it's a hypothesis at this point. Mere hypothesis is not something I'm willing to accept. Furthermore, the same rhetoric is widely employed by people who want to hinder the murder investigation at any cost. The same people are spreading false rumors of civil disorder, which, as they would have it, look over the town. The same people who happily sacrifice human life to maintain a semblance of order. What would you say to that? I'd say that I need to examine the body, and you told me to investigate it in the way that I wanted to. So fuck off. That's what I would say. False rumors of civil disorder? There is civil disorder, bitch. Same people would happily sacrifice human life to maintain a semblance of order. I mean, I don't know, I'd say order must be restored. And I would rather say otherwise. This whole narrative is much too convenient for those covering for the murderer. The murderer who knew how to take Simon's life and keep that secret to themselves. What if they do not stop at that? What if there is no murderer? Who are you trying to catch? I mean, you haven't given me a name. Till the very last moment, I will hope that the murderer does exist. I'm not trying to disabuse you of your opinion. However, if you're right that it is a death sentence then it's a death sentence for us all. Look for the murderer as long as you can. Oh, sure, let us go looking for a coin under a street lamp just because there's more light that way. Is that what you want? I guess maybe he'll respect it more if we just put our foot down. No, I've had enough. The initial findings suggest Simon Kane was killed by a highly contagious disease. It seems I will not be the first to meet the killer. Dr. Reuben has better chances at that. I just cannot help but think that were Katarina's prophecy to come true, it would have made the situation even more convoluted than it already is.
Tell me what you want, and
Tell me what you want, and I'll tell you what I can do for you. Oh. Okay. I think... What do we do now? I don't know, but we will figure that out next time. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Lone, and this has been Pathologic.